Jurgen, after 29 games at Liverpool in the Premier League, you had more or less the same record as Ole has now in Manchester United. He actually has 2 points more, but there's a lot of talk around his job, his position. Do you feel like he deserves more time, respect, patience? What do you think about his position right now?
To be 100% honest, I have no clue about his position, really. That's it, because it's not important what you are writing, whatever. It's more important what the board is telling him, what Ed Woodward is telling him, what Glazer family is telling him, and I have no clue. So yes, you have nothing. I don't have an opinion about that. You can. I want every manager in the world to have as much time as he can get to bring through his ideas and stuff like this. But you never can compare situations. Our situation when I came in, their situation now. It's Man United is a massive club. It's a massive club, and nobody's really ready to wait for success. That was in my case not different. If you would have asked after these first 29 games, all the people here in the room who are more often here than you are from Norway, I don't think there was like a 100% agreement that I'm the perfect manager for Liverpool anymore after 29 games. So that's how the situation is. We have to live with that. He has to live with that. If there's any doubt internally, it would be bad. As long as it's only externally, that's not important really.
It seemed like forever since we've spoken, so let's start with...
You missed me?
Let's start with the team news then. Alisson, Joel Matip, Mo Salah, all previously maybe doubts. How is he looking?
Better. How good we have to see. So that's the truth. Yeah, 2 more days to come, 2 more sessions to come, and this afternoon, and we have to see. We have to make decisions then. That's how it is. But nothing fixed yet.
In terms of history and passion, there's very few, if any, to rival this fixture, I think, in English footballing history. And yet Liverpool's record, certainly in the Premier League era at Old Trafford, isn't that great. You have never won over Liverpool yet. So how confident are you that your team and your squad are now in a position where you maybe can start to change that?
I never really struggled with confidence, to be honest. I don't know for which reason, but but I'm not sure how I'm never before a game. That's how it is. I'm quite optimistic that we have a chance. That's pretty much what we have before each other game as well. History in this case is not really important, but gives you for sure a little sign, because we like to create and use atmosphere in our stadium, the Anfield, which is incredibly helpful. But Old Trafford is not too bad as well in that department, and so I'm sure they are all on their toes. They are ready. They wait for us. They're waiting for. They said it. They said that we are the perfect opponent now. These are all things you can see like this, of course, but you don't have to see. So. I don't think there are a lot of teams who would love to play against us in the moment. It looks like Man United is the only one who wants to play us, and we have to make sure that that is a misunderstanding. But it's just normal. I would do the same, exactly the same if the situation would be the other way around. Yeah, this is the game. We can change the world. That's exactly how I would prepare it, and so why shouldn't Ole do that? And I can see that, but the history, our stats, absolutely have nothing to do with that.
Vinny, when we build it up as the biggest rivalry in English football, how much do you enjoy these kind of occasions?
A lot. A lot. The salt in the soup. So no, it's really great. It's great. How it all I think we spoke about similar things a couple of times here in the press conference. The only thing, you would love to prepare a game like this with a full week at least, or if you want 2 weeks, whatever. But so it's we have had the international break for both teams. The same situation. The players from the international duties, they came all back healthy, which is very, very important. And so we had now 3-4 days with the full squad to prepare it, which is even a little bit comfortable at least, and I don't have only 2 days. No, I love it. But it's the talk, you see, even the press conference is sold out, so it's for you obviously very exciting as well. And all the things around, all the stats, the old stat, whatever, that's all an information or something. At the end, we have to play football. We will fight 100%, but we have to play football as well, and hopefully we can do that. That's all what I'm concerned about, what I want to see, and this kind of mix between outstanding attitude and really brave football. So that's what we have to try. But with all the things you wrote about them or said about them in the last few weeks, they don't have any influence on that game. It just makes them more desperate to change the situation, and they will try that 100%, but we will try to improve our situation, and so we will see who wants it more.
Expectation outside of both clubs is that Liverpool should win. It should be relatively straightforward expectation that Manchester United win. When does that kind of expectation outside of the club? How do you deal with that internally and make sure
Ignoring.
You're on your guard for instance?
Ignoring. This game is so easy. Not a game against United. The game what everybody else around play. It's so easy. I said it to you on Sky when you made a combined lineup, and you had 11 players of Liverpool, and that's like it's like a joke. It's like building a banana skin. So that's what everybody wants to see. We are the world in a moment is a circus. We are in the center. A couple of people want us to win. A couple of people want us to lose. Can have influence on yourself or not. I'm not influenced by it, to be honest. I'm 100% aware of the strength of Manchester United. I expect their best possible lineup. 4 days ago, I think Ole said no chance for De Gea and Pogba. Today it's a maybe. Tomorrow it's a 100%. Martial will be back. All that stuff. That's how all these games are played. So no problem with that. But at the end, I'm old enough. We are experienced enough to judge all the things in the right way. We have to be very, very lively. We have to be emotional as much as allowed. We have to be fluent. We have to be very clear in a lot of moments, and we have to respect their strength, and that's what we do. This is a really good football side. It's a really good football team, and what they have there in a situation which they don't like, so they want to change it, and we have to make sure that if they want to change it, they have to start with that a week later. That's all.
Jurgen, then from your experience, just reflecting on that, just how intense is it to go to Old Trafford?
Premier League games, all of them are really intense. So it's like the build-up is always pretty similar. It depends a little bit to the kickoff time, but that's it. You have sometimes more time when you play night and lesser time when you play 12. But that's all. It's always this kind of build-up, and intensity grows and grows and grows, and then first whistle and go for it. So the things around, I wouldn't have really realized the difference to other games if here would not be like 500 people in the room. So for me, it's the same preparation with the specific things we have to be prepared, which they do. So whatever they do, we have to be prepared for that, and that's what we try. But the other things are not more different. It's all about the fuss is around us. We are not that much involved. We know, we feel it, but that's the positive part of excitement. We are really looking forward to play that game, and if somebody tells us we never won there since I'm in or whatever, I wouldn't have known because I don't think about these things. But yeah, then let's try it at least for the first time, really. And if we cannot win, then let's perform in the best possible way. And if they beat us then congratulations. So that's how it is. So that's what we try to do. We are not nervous because of the winning streak and the history we could make. We don't think really. We are pretty relaxed, but very, very ambitious as well.
Yeah, and if you look at
Sorry, your colleague's laughing, not me.
the way you were going. If you look at the way Man United have started this season, I think everybody's expecting an improvement sooner rather than later. And one of their summer signings Daniel James has already made an impact, and given his speed and he's very direct and the expansive way that you play with your fullbacks, that could be, you know, he's a problematic player for you.
How I said, I expect. Well, Dennis, really good player, absolutely. But how I said, I expect actually all the speed they have. I expect Martial back, Rashford, and James on the pitch. So, so that means that already shows they all have real speed. They all have real quality and all that stuff. And if Martial cannot play, then you know exactly the same about Rashford and James, for example, and they'll build around. So that's it. It's just. They had, it's not my job to talk about it, but not easy for Ole to talk about it. They had a lot of injuries, and injuries are then always you think somebody is the reason for it or not, but that's not like this. It's like they had these injuries coincidentally, I would say, so the number of, and really decisive players for them, and nobody can play the same kind of football when 5 or 6 of your first lineup players are out. That's just not. No, you cannot play the same football. You can maybe get the same results if the mood is different, but you cannot play the same football. And so that's what was difficult for them. That will change at one moment. Then, unfortunately, probably other teams will have injuries, and then they have to deal with that. That's how a season is, and you have to come through these periods. They came through, so I don't follow it, but for me it looks like they could prepare in the right way, so it's not. It's still a lot of discussions around, but I don't think that that many discussions inside. So they could focus on training and preparing the game, and that's what we have to face, and not how other people judge their start or whatever. But they had good signs, good moments, all that stuff, and they lost in the last minute or something like that. Missed a penalty that's all. That's unlucky, nothing else, and you need momentum in a game and in a season as well. And so far they probably didn't have it, but that doesn't mean they will never get it back. So we respect them as the best Man United we could face, and not the Man United you all speak about during the week.
If you look at the last couple of league games, you know, the late winner against Leicester and Sheffield United similarly, and maybe you haven't been at your free-flowing best in terms of creating chances. How useful is that as a reference point for the rest of the season? You know, that you've had to dig really deep. Your belief has still been there, and you've got the late goals.
Yeah, this kind of that we. So it sounds like from now on we will always score late goals if needed. It's not like this, but we did it. So it's not now a given for the rest of our lives. You have to work for that. I really liked the Leicester game, and I didn't understand when people spoke afterwards about it that we didn't deserve to win. We were lucky with the moment when we got a penalty. That's true, but not. The game was 100% Liverpool game. We had chances, more chances than Leicester conceded until then. So in any other game, so we could have scored, we could have finished that off. Leicester had nothing to do with the game until we were a bit tired after playing in the week against a very intense game against Salzburg, stuff like which Leicester didn't have. They had a lot of quality, but we played really well and we deserved to win. It was not that it was like lucky, wow, how could they win that game? And so we are with the boys were before the international break in a really good shape. Can we play better? Yes, of course. But first and foremost, you have to play as good as you can in the moment, and that's always influenced by different things. It's opponent, it's your own situation, it's the last game, it's the next game, maybe whatever. But you have to play as good as you can, and we did that day, creating chances. Yeah, not using them, but being really in the right areas and all that stuff. So I like the game a lot, especially the start of the game. I liked a lot, and but that's over now. And we don't rely on winning a game without performing, because I really think the boys performed so far. We had a similar discussion last year when we started playing slightly different, not that. What is it? Free-flowing offensively, scoring 5-6 goals, and everybody then told me, where has that gone? And then we played one of the best seasons, or the best season in my career. It's just building on things and making the next step. But you cannot make these steps in the summer, in a preseason where nobody's there. You just can't do it. So I cannot call the boys and say, by the way, today we worked on that. Think a little bit about it, and you will be better than that as well. That doesn't work. And so we have to do it in a season. That's what we are doing in the moment. We are not perfect, but we are working on getting better. And that's what worked out kind of so far. And now, next challenge, really good opponent in a difficult situation. So that's the next challenge for us, and we have to make sure that we are ready for that as well.
You spoke earlier about Solskjaer playing games with who's injured, who's not injured.
I didn't say he plays games. Maybe they improved overnight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, from a manager's point of view, is there any advantage in sort of in those mind games, those psychological things before a game? Is there any occasion where you think it actually helped?
No, the lesser the opponent manager knows about your lineup, the better it is. So that's an advantage. So I'm 4 years in England. It's still for me really strange how less you know about if a player's fit or not. In Germany, we allow the press, like I think 4 or 5 times a week to watch training. So if a guy's not in training, that would mean you have to work really. Imagine getting every morning up and stuff like that, going to training. It's bad weather there as well, so it's not too nice. But so it means you cannot hide anything. It's not that you can say, oh, maybe he can play, but he can't play and stuff like this, and everybody knows it. He can play, but he didn't train 5 days in a row, so that doesn't work. So here, it's always like, oh, when you see the lineup, interesting. I thought he has a broken leg or whatever. So, but now he is back. That's it. So yes, it's not a mind game. It's just part of the preparation. That's it.
Can I ask you on Trent? Obviously, his development. We've seen some over the years. You must have seen something in him when you threw him in at Old Trafford for his first start. What did you see in him?
The things he's showing now, I saw that it's possible for him to be a proper Premier League player, and I saw signs of that, and now he worked really hard on it, that he can show that. And it's by the way, being in the what is the Guinness Book of Records, unbelievable as a footballer. I don't know how that's possible, but we played that game already for a while, and he prepared the most goals ever in the history of football as a defender. That's just incredible. Another incredible achievement. That's really cool. But okay, I didn't see that day before when he lined him up. But I was full of trust and faith. I remember the walk we had, and when I told him that he will play, he didn't look too surprised, to be honest. So not that he expected it, but he was not too nervous. So don't remember the game really, but it was the first step for him, and very important step for us as well.
We've got some visitors from the world. Could you the second guy, David? Anything from our regulars? First of all, staying down now at the moment. Anything from you, Neil? No. So we'll take one each because clearly that's a Liverpool press conference.
You had similar situations as the Solskjær in the beginning in Liverpool. Do you have any advice for
You really think you can fly over from Norway and ask me that question? Wow. No, he doesn't need. Come on, he's in that club altogether for like, I don't know, 10, 15 years. I don't know how long he was there as a player. He knows everything there. He has made his experience in as a manager in football. I know people think sometimes that a manager has to manage like Real Madrid before he can take over Barcelona, whatever, that you know how it works on that level. But that's of course not the truth. It's really. He knows what he has to do. It just has to work out. That's how it is for all of us. That's why so many managers get the sack at one point. If some people internally lose the patience, then we have to go. But you never can compare these situations, and I don't think that they are too famous to make like quick, nervous decisions on that position. So they didn't have to in the last 20 years. Now they had to change it 1 or 2 or 3 times. I don't know exactly. That's how it is. But from my point of view, it looks like he's settled there. They all knew it will be a difficult job to do because we don't nobody lose against you because you are Liverpool or because you are Man United. It's about the things you do on the pitch. And but on the other side, they are all on their toes and really motivated when you come there and have the big name. So that's part of the big challenge we all face. And yeah, but I don't think we have to. You have to worry about Ole. He's in a good position and has the chance to win at the weekend a game. And we want to make sure that that will not happen. That's it.
Final question you asked the Rob.
Hi Jurgen. It's been a long time since there's been such a big gap between Liverpool and Man United if you look at league positions. But people also say that form goes out the windows in these particular clashes. In your opinion, how much is it to that saying?
It's a little bit like that because of the build-up and all that stuff, that sometimes it's just like a big pressure game and everybody tries to make sure that nobody doubts him attitude-wise, stuff like this. But thank God the times when pretty much each kind of challenge was allowed in a game like this are over, to be honest, because that was really dangerous in a lot of moments when I watched these games like 10, 15 years ago, and nowadays pundits kicked each other over, off the ground actually, so that was really strange. But yeah, that's why I said we have to fight for each yard and we have to play football. So that's the mix we have to find. And in the moment, 2 days before the game, I think we have a good chance to find that balance. But we have to show that on Sunday. Yeah?